Dobre utro, Stalingrad.
Yeah, it's Will and Brody coming in that video that we were talking about.
What's the video?
The Stalingrad box. This is the big unboxing I was talking about in our live stream. So this is a big box that Warlord is doing. So for guys who've been following us on our official, the official page I work on, or my personal one, me and Brody have been going, kind of forced him to, but me and Brody and Bryce have been going into this new game based off the same guys who did Warhammer. The same story as Pathfinder, with how the people got kicked out / they didn't like it, so they moved and made their own game. So this is 4th and 5th edition Warhammer, but set in World War II.
Yeah, I mean, you say forced, and definitely for like 1 or 2 games, it was like, oh, it's not too bad.
I mean, like, I bought you models.
Oh, yeah, you did. You bought me the models to play the game. But all it took was one good Katusha blast to make me feel patriotic for a country I had never lived in.
Yep.
It felt good. It's a good feeling.
So Brody's going to be the man with the hands in this video. I'm going to be the one holding the camera. And I actually haven't opened this. I tried looking online. There's some decent videos, but not with clear and like zooming in and holding stuff. So we're going to have Brody dig through. So do as you please. So for those who are looking for a starter box, this is not a starter box. It has enough to actually start, but I still suggest the army, like the Start Collecting Army box they make. That will come with your rule book and an actual platoon.
So this is a fountain.
Yes, so that's the famous fountain in Stalingrad.
Marmalade, which I probably just horrifically butchered.
Or Moscow, somewhere. It's the one with the kids on it.
Well, this one's got frogs and an alligator.
Yep. And then in the middle, there's metal kids that you build.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It incredibly stereotypical, but it reminds me a lot of the scene from I think it's Enemy at the Gates, right at the beginning when he picks up the rifle. It reminds me of that little fountain that he hides in.
And that might be it, because they do base a lot of these boxes around those movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's that. We'll put it down there for you to look at a little better with the lights. The bubbly wrap later.
That's just some pretty decent detail.
That is actually a really nice piece of scenery.
That is resin. That is a chunky boy of resin.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I'd
not like Games Workshop's Swiss cheese. It's like real resin.
Also, I recognize these boys. So we've got some Russians.
Russians.
So it looks like some standard infantry.
What's the rush?
So we've got your long coat option, and we've got the sweater version. Good stuff.
Yeah, these should be, I think, your winter Russians.
Yeah, it looks to be about the same kit as the other one we got, which is coincidental for me.
Yeah.
I want to say Germans.
Yes, that is Germans.
Yeah. So this would be your boys.
Ooh, what do the Germans look like?
Yes, this is Germans. They're winter Germans.
Ooh, let me see.
So they've got long coats with suspenders and buttons.
It should be. You should get. I believe it's a troop box of 30 men each.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like 2 vehicles and 1 or 2 vehicles and a troop box.
That's a lot of infantry. If you need to flush out your list, like for me, for instance, Russians,
Yeah.
you need a lot of infantry.
Like I said, this is like a different take on the starter boxes, where it's like your mortar team, your HQ team, your 30 men. Except for it's not enough. It's a Stalingrad specific platoon. Also, they give you cards this time, unlike other boxes.
Cards are nice. So the other thing, I've been looking a bit into like air quotes meta stuff for the game, and one of the big vehicles that is highly suggested by a lot of people is the 76 variant of the T-34. Lo and behold, if you need a good tank and a crap ton of infantry for Russia, behold, this box has what is considered to be their best tank and a bunch of infantry.
The best part is, I believe, if you buy the T-34 by itself, it's like $30, but you get tank riders with them.
Nice.
You get plastic tank riders.
So we've got ourselves some resin barricades.
Resin. The only Russians that you're not getting, Brody, is the special sniper team.
Yeah,
that's mine.
No, and that's fair. And we know my luck with Russians. I'm just gonna slap as much LMG,
which is funny.
Is it a machine gun?
Yeah, the Stalingrad campaign book, which they didn't have at the store I went to today, has a platoon of snipers.
Nice.
Yeah.
So This is actually a really nice barricade.
It is really nice.
You know, like, you see some sandbag barricades tossed around. You know, some barbed wire. Maybe
There's a bike in there, I see.
Some piece of, like,
And is that
steel.
clock?
But that's what I mean. Like, this is an authentic barricade. Like,
Yeah, it's legit.
some guys ripped apart a building and constructed it where it needed to go.
Yeah, it's like that musical movie about the French Revolution.
Les Mis.
Yeah, it reminds me of that giant barricade where they're all singing on top of it.
Yep, the barricade.
Yeah.
That's a box for another time.
I also just noticed that side of the box has all their different games.
Yeah. So look at that. This barricade has a
It's a Jeep.
that is actually a
truck.
Katusha truck.
Yeah.
Whatever their base version of that is called.
Just some Ford.
Well, I'm drawing a blank. But you've got your. Is that supposed to be like ghillie netting?
Yeah, it's like netting to like camouflage it.
Right here, though, all these little individual bricks. That is some nice detail. Yeah, so you can see all the little different variations there.
That's like trying to.
And we've got a chest on the other side. Looks
Yep.
like.
Oh,
It's,
now it's zoomed in for some reason.
Yeah, well, you know, that checks out.
I know it's going to be coming.
So then on the other side, we've got literally a door,
Yep.
some wire, the other side of the truck. Looks to be...
Glenn's screaming about Borderlands. Well, on that note, it's also PS5 release day, so
Hey.
everyone's getting some good stuff.
So for some giggles, I'm going to just set these up in a long line.
It was right there.
We got one more.
Right here. Oh, there
So
it
this is
goes.
more your standard barricade that you'd expect to see with some sandbags, some bricks, good barrel there. But it still looks more like an authentic barricade. It's not just sandbag or brick. You know, you've got your dirt in there, which looks real authentic. The random bricks, sandbags.
Wall is wall.
Wall is like, it's a good wall. You can see this on a battlefield and not be like, this is out of place, or this looks like it was just slapped down there. You want some Stalingrad feel? That's a good sandbag wall.
That's a good boulder.
You can see here, got them set up. You can arrange them in different little ways here if you wanted some variation, even on their own. Let's just go with what we've got here, let alone the other buildings. And that offers some good playing field there.
I like it.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty good. You know, I saw resin barricades and I'm like, okay, whatever. There will be some sandbags. There's way more character than they needed to put in that.
Yeah. And for those who are wondering, this is not the collector's edition. This is just the regular box, so you get quite a bit. Another good option is the Battle for Berlin. It gives you less buildings, but it gives you way more vehicles and people.
I looked at the Berlin box. It's pretty fancy.
My eyes do not deceive me. We got our T-34-76
Yeah. In a bag,
in a bag.
so that way if bits break off the sprues because they are tiny, you don't lose them.
But it looks like we've got a pretty clean sprue. Also, nice and plastic, so easy to put together.
Yeah. And unlike other games, if you can make multiple options, they give you everything to make multiple options.
It's like good old-fashioned TAC Marines.
Yeah.
Again, with like oxygen.
Look at that.
Yeah, so you got your chassis.
Unless if you play it.
For those who are also interested, this is a 28 millimeter scale or 156 scale.
Well, and again, you've got so many models on the field for a lot less than you'd be paying for Warhammer that it's not a negative that the models are smaller because you've got so many of them, it really helps you with the scale. Makes
As
it
a
feel
personal
bigger.
scale check that I did at home, the inventory's about the exact same size. The only thing you'd have trouble with is the tanks are a lot smaller.
Yeah, I find they're skinnier.
So yeah, we've got some exhaust there and antennae. Some other little bits.
What the
Put
frick are
on.
those?
So, we've got our tracks. Quite nice. The underside. And then your
wheels.
wheelie boards. Some metal bits that'll have to go on somewhere. But, good tank with a pretty good kit.
Tank is tank.
Tank is tank. Tank is dank. Alright, so up next we have the Martyr. So this is your German tank.
It's a big fuck off gun on a tiny carriage that broke down all the time.
Yeah, I mean, German over-engineering at its finest. So, pull that out.
Oh. He doesn't even have a cup. Wait, is this an open top tank?
Yes.
No.
I see.
Mm-hmm. So you've got your
Stuff.
bits for this tank here.
Yep.
Pretty good. And we've got the other half up here.
That's the tank that survived all those Katusha shots.
Oh, it wasn't getting shot at by the Katusha.
Well, it was
just
being hit by it.
survived in the blast radius. Yeah.
Yeah, it does have a swivel turret.
Do we have some instructions on how to build it?
Yes.
Oh, good.
So up next.
That should be the bits for the thing.
Ooh, not yet. So
Oh, those are the craters.
yeah, so we're just gonna set this up a little bit. Yeah, do like that. And then you've got yourself some lovely craters as well. So I mean, without even getting into the rest of the things that you got, you can cover a decent section of a table with just that.
Yeah, that is a lot of terrain.
That's a decent chunk of terrain. I like it. And like, these are good sized craters. That feels like a mortar hit that, or something hit that, you know?
Yeah, you can place these where mortars have missed or something.
Yeah, actually, that would be really neat.
Yeah, the special edition comes with more of them and larger ones. I'm pretty sure.
Probably more for artillery, right?
Yeah. Artillery markers.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it.
Now we're getting to the meatier parts of the box.
Pardon me.
So there's your little fountain children.
Fountain children.
Children of the fount.
Children of the water. Who did this one?
Given to us by Donica. Thank you, Donica.
Novas.
Novas.
That's that's part of the special snipers. That's part of the children.
Yes, part of children.
Yeah.
So this will be without being like filed down and what have you, but
Uncleaned, unwashed.
kind of give you a very rough feel.
The alligator head is separate. That's
The
funky.
alligator head is a
Wait, was he?
my god.
He was locked up.
Behold.
Yeah, so these are the special exclusive Russian snipers that you get from the box set.
Already showed you died.
So each I can speak. Snipers are a team. They're a small team of two. So one guy should have the gun and one guy should be holding that up, and I believe that's the guy that goes on this chunk of the wall here
Probably, let's
because
see
his
here.
gun's laying there.
So I'll just kind of prop him up like that.
Yeah, and that's the guy who's laying down.
And the other bits here are just more children for the fountain.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh no, I shot him. There we go.
twist them around a bit so you can see in the light.
Yeah, if we wash these off, you guys would see it better. But yeah,
These are straight out of the box.
straight out of box, Tim.
So, again, I'm just going to try and...
Build.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the fountain.
Yeah. I'm really concerned about these kids in a ritual circle around this
How
crocodile.
do you think they survived? They fought off. They fought off the British.
The British alternate timeline, other game.
The Germans.
I got some fuzzies.
Yeah, that's your like if the vehicle's on fire or if it's like turret jam.
Yeah. So your fuzzy boys.
I got a crap ton of those. So those are yours.
Oh, nice.
Oh, they give you bases.
Yeah.
I steal those because the ones that I had give you
Okay.
cardboard. These are the
These
instruction manuals.
are your instructions, which is nice. That's new. So pretty standard procedure.
These are small models, and I would recommend tweezers, modeling tweezers.
Yeah. You know, you use your scalpel and bend it in some way.
Yeah, like right here is a good example because when you build this turret right here, you got to put those in, and they're freaking small. I thought they were sprue bits when I cut them off, so I don't have them in mine.
Let alone, let's
Look at that
So-
pistol.
an issue that I had with the rifles, right?
Yeah.
So you see my finger next to the size of a rifle.
Yes.
You really want to use tweezers because I tried to use my scalpel on it, and a lot of the time you'll end up snapping the gun.
Yeah, you'll snap the gun in half. Sometimes you can't even clean them properly because they're so small. And then a painting guide on the back with, I believe, Army Painter. No, it's Vallejo. So it's the same instruction manual from the model, quote unquote, kit.
Mm-hmm. You've got your Africa colors and your Italy colors, aka just your European and desert fronts.
The box, I believe, on the back has art for the Berlin battle. So if you guys need to see what it looks like.
There is no bias in Stalingrad. Now we get to my instructions.
Is sheet. Yeah, this is the sheet I was talking about.
So why can't Games Workshop make more tanks that look like this on the guard side of things?
Because welcome to Games Workshop. We don't want to make new models.
Simplicity, but when you actually look at these things built and primed, lots of detail.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't really come out until you start painting them, but there's a lot more there than you think.
Yeah. And here's, like I was saying, you can make multiple turrets. The bottom is used for all three of them, but magnetize or they do fit tightly, and you just glue and don't worry about the gun moving up and down. You can swap the turrets out.
Also, as shown before, I'm not going to bring them back out, but it does come with each of these individually. Yep. So, again, you got all the pieces. You can build each top, swap them out as you see fit. Really nice stuff there.
Yeah.
What is this communist propaganda?
Yeah, so this is the scenario book plus decals and stickers to put on the walls of the buildings. Mm-hmm. And this is the flag.
Yes.
But I like this. I kind of want to save this and put it in a little wooden frame I made and just have it on the side of my work desk.
I mean, you do you, fan.
It's a actual like hand oil painted Stalin. Like these are real art that they took during that time and made them into decals.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just like for the historical sense in the art, it's just worth having to as like a historical thing.
I'm trying to remember what this would say, but it's the war something.
It's the dog man himself. if you watched Isabel becoming communist.
Oh yeah.
And then these are your instructions for building the dudes. Which they don't have like put this arm to this arm. It's so simple that if you have a little bit of modeling experience, especially Games Workshop, because they're so close together, being like good competitors, you'll just be like, yeah, easily discover how it goes. And it teaches you the new rules for rubble, how to fight in cities.
Definitely need to have a city battle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the rules right here.
Definitely have one of those in the coming future.
Oh, talk about rules. The rule book. You're like, hey, how does this rule work? Because we want to play a game mode thing that's not normal. Here's the rules, fam, in this extras bits.
Boom. Also, enemy at the gates scenario. What was I just talking about earlier?
Yep. And there's one of the buildings that you get.
Mm-hmm.
The movie theater.
That was a rock wall.
I think that's a tractor factory.
It might be. It could be. I thought they sell one. I'm like, oh, the one that's curved is the movie theater. That's the one I'm thinking of. The one that's sold separately. There's the Marauder.
Yep. So ruined factory set up.
Oh, hello, kitty.
They have a fountain set up. So pretty close to what we've done. Just some extra buildings here or there. Yeah, the cat is trying to also review the models, but she can look at them later. All right. So right before us here, we've got the transfers. So on the bottom, we've got your standard German stuff going on here. Lots of crosses, some very clean numbers. These little guys here, you get two of those. For standard bits to tack on. Then up top, you got your Russians. So you got some nice writing, letters, and all kinds of numbers and symbols.
Your tank decals and your infantry decals.
Yeah, lots of red stars to throw around. We know who we're playing.
I'm the one that gets the star on the board this week, Miss Frizzle.
Look at me. I'm the gold star.
Those are yours.
Yep.
These are Bryce's.
All right. Now, get into this cool
The big part why you buy this.
Look, Gordon. The big one.
This is an actual foundry. Like, no joke. It is the big one. Like, you get this. Not just a part of it. That.
Yes.
And the really nice, these guys are really good. Actually, if you want to see how they look as he opens them. Oh. One other thing. So, same guys. And it clips together. There's multiple floors. Really good. White glue. Fun times. And dirt cheap. Warlord sells them for like $20 for the small houses, $40 for that one. And it gets you like 5 terrain pieces. So this thing is ginormous.
That is.
The smell.
There's that new lumber smell.
Yeah. They do sell them separately.
Okay,
But this is the best way to buy it.
that's good shit.
Yeah. Well, look at all these pages.
Quality.
Yes, these guys are actually really nice. I love them.
Oh boy.
MDF is good. Yeah, this is your chimney that falls over, which we actually have the box flip now, so there it is. Yeah, so that's everything you get. Like, they don't just throw extra shit in. That is everything.
It's a really nice box.
So, yeah.
This isn't even all of it. This is just what we could keep on the table.
Yes. Like, look at these.
Got all these different levels. All
Yep.
these layers.
Layers. Onions. You got your stars etched in. MDF is great because it's easy to make and you get all the details in it just like plastic. But doesn't kill the environment as badly. Yep.
So, pretty good array. You can also see down here, we've got the child fountain finished and put together.
It runs on their tears of hopes and joys.
Well, it runs on their crushed dreams.
Something Soviet Union. And then there's a picture of the Marauder looking all maraudery.
Mm-hmm.
Then what you get. And that's the special snipery boys right there. And a list of everything you get. So all in all, pretty decent.
Yeah. And how much was that overall cost again there?
For $430?
$430? Yeah, I mean,
Is that a pinata?
that's some. So yeah, what you're getting for that cost is some pretty good stuff. Again, these are some quality buildings with some great wear and tear. You know, you've got some great on them that makes the battlefield come alive. That mixed with, they don't even show you the craters here. It also comes with, we didn't show.
Oh, there's a crater right here.
Oh yeah, a little crater there. So we didn't show you also, but it comes with barbed wire, just in like a row. So you can spiral it up like this, use it for extra terrain, or as we were talking about, you know, you've got some models, you've got some bases. Let's say you like this game, so you got yourself some. The wood smells good. You got yourself some Imperial Guard or something, right? Well, now you've got some great to scale barbed wire that you could use for modeling on some of your finer models, right?
Basing material.
Oh, exactly. There's a lot you can use. Even if you want to transfer this to other games, if you want a destroyed city, you've got a destroyed city.
Yep.
And this is more than enough models to start a small scale battle too. I mean, that's half of my list right there for Russia.
The elite. I keep saying the elite trainer box. The collector's edition of this comes with 2 more buildings. I believe it comes with the building that are just like the ones that I showed. But it comes with more Stalingrad themed. Like, I think it comes with the movie theater. So it comes with another big building like this. And then the Battle for Berlin comes with just 2 of these. But they're plastic. So you can kind of semi-customize them and have multiple floors.
That's nice.
But you get double the amount of people is the trade-off in a King Tiger.
I mean, King Tiger, that is nice.
Same price, though.
So it comes down to, do you want more models? Do you want more scenery? What do you really need to flush out your wargaming needs?
I need a king tiger.
Well, we know what Bryce needs.
Yeah. That's the Stalingrad box. Hopefully you guys had some fun with us as we open this. What do you look for? There you go. Quick little mini review. PS5, which is behind the Stalingrad box, but PS5, the controller.
So if you've ever shot a gun, see, they're like, oh, it's got this cool interactive thing. You know, you're gonna feel like you got a thing in your hands and it's interactive and all these different parts of the controller. I'm like, okay, whatever, it's a gimmick. And yeah, the shaking is neat. It's probably going to be way cooler on a game that's made for it. But the thing that got me, I even had to put my gun away in my pocket, well, in the inventory, just to see if I was having a moment, if it was just me. But you go, and you're running around, your character's just got his hands out, right trigger is what you'd expect from a game controller. Then you whip out the pistol. It actually gets the resistance that you would feel if you were squeezing a trigger. And that alone actually adds in a new element to the game. Just, it's hard to explain, right? You're not going to be as pinpoint accurate. It plays into the, like, it's going to take me a little bit to squeeze this trigger. Like, it's good. It adds a whole new element to the game that's, you can automatically feel it.
The best way I can describe it is it's VR for your hands.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong.
So with a VR headset, because they are backwards compatible, and the PS4 controllers are backwards compatible with the PS5, you're going to have a fun time.
You're going to have a really good
Unless
time.
you play Aliens Isolation, because you're going to feel that bitch crawl up your spine through your hands, and then you're going to die.
See, I'm crazy, though, so that sounds like an excellent time. I'm the guy who keeps saying there needs to be a VR Tyranid shooter, so...
Well, there is one. The Sisters of Battle game that's VR.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then there's a Stormcast one coming out.
Yeah. It's not what I want, though. I want, like, an actual tunnel warfare game involving Tyranids.
Oh, that would be sick.
Like Krieg or Skitarii going through tunnel systems trying to deal with a Tyranid invasion. That'd be a good time.
Go.
Okay.